Welcome back to PO Thoughts. I'm Joey again, sadly, just me. Well, again, I have to start off. I'm gonna apologize. We have a lot of things to talk about, and they're all pretty stupid, and for that I apologize. But let's get right into it. So, I did something stupid already. So remember the hole that I made in Christian's house? Yeah, that whole story, and it's like, who would break a hole? Well, I forgot I did that a few months ago, and I forgot. And I remembered because my mom found out, and she started yelling. So, this is going to be weird to explain. So, Christmas time, I saved up some money, and I decided to get this 90-pound throwing dummy. Basically, it's this huge, like, not leather, but it's like nylon, no, not nylon, sort of material. It's a very strong, it's like leather, strong material. And he's a 5'10", taller than me, 90-pound dummy. And 90 pounds doesn't sound like a lot, but it's 90 pounds of dead weight, which means it's a lot heavier than a person. Basically, 90 pounds dead weight is 180 pounds real weight. So it's as if I'm picking up a real 180 pound person. And yeah, so me and him are best friends. You can probably see on Amazon. It'll be me and him. I actually left a review of us hugging and me saying I love the product. We're best friends. We hang out all the time. I throw him all the time. Well, it's actually a funny story of how actually I bought him. So Christmas, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy myself a present. Okay, this is a little bit over Christmas time. I was like, I'm gonna buy myself this huge dummy. And I knew my mom was not gonna like it because I'm still my mom, and I knew she would say no. So I decided not to tell her. And finally, it comes in after about, I don't know, like 2 weeks or so. It finally comes in. I'm excited. I get the box. The box is huge and heavy. I bring it down to the basement. For some reason, my mom didn't even notice me bringing it down. She doesn't, yeah, I don't know how. She was like looking somewhere else, I guess. I have no idea. Well, I bring it down. I open it up. Oh my God, it's just this like huge dummy. I don't know how to say it. He's dead, thank God. But if he was alive, he'd beat the shit out of me. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. People get surprised when they see him. I'll tell them like he's bigger than me and all this stuff. He is bigger. It's, oh my God, huge. Well, I kind of use him as like an exercise. It's like when you pick him up, you throw him. It's like it exhausts you because people will be like, "Oh, this is dumb." But when you start picking him up like 3, 4, 5 times, you get too exhausted. It's a lot of heavy weight. Well, I realized that my mom was gonna have to find out someday that I have this huge dummy in my basement. Well, I decided, you know what? I picked him up. I put him on the couch. I put a blanket over him. I tucked him in. I don't know how I thought that was going to help, but for some reason I thought that if I tucked him in and showed my mom that I care about this guy, that it would help. It did not. It had nothing to do with it. She comes in, she goes, "What the fuck is that thing?" And I go, "This is Bob." And she goes, "What?" She didn't know what to say. She didn't know because what are you saying when you just see this huge dummy just sleeping in this couch? She told me to return it. She told me this. She told me this. And I was like, I want it. It's my Christmas present. After a lot of convincing, I was able to keep it. Well, I don't know if she likes him anymore because I throw him a lot. And I realized that after like about, 2, 3 months, I ended up one day, I picked him up and I threw him. Okay, I swung him. And he flew into the table. Now, what's funny was that he actually hit the leg of the table, took out the leg, table didn't move. It's just on 3 legs, didn't move. So I'm like, you know what? It's still working. So I did what I had to do. I took Bob away, put the leg back in, and I just continued my day. Well, I found out, I found out that day, but I forgot afterwards that when I hit the table, it hit into the wall, and there was a hole in the wall. And I was like, oh shoot, I'm gonna have to fix that soon. I'm gonna have to fix the table. I'm gonna have to fix that wall. Well, I forgot about it for a long time because I did a good job hiding it. It was pretty good. When you put the table back in, you don't see the hole, and then I put the leg in. It feels good. So my mom goes, you know what? We're gonna move this table. I go, oh shoot, I remember. I was supposed to do something, and so she moves the table. Leg falls out, and then she goes, what is this? And I go, I don't know what happened. And then she looks at the wall and she goes, there's a hole? I forgot there was a hole. And I go, oh, you found the hole. She goes, what the fuck you mean I found it? I go, I have a good story to tell you. And I told her a story and how everything happened, and she didn't like it. She was yelling. She did this. It was not fun. She wasn't happy about it. And thank God I know how to fix walls, because now I fixed the wall. I know how to fix walls easy now. Wasn't even a problem. It wasn't even my first time, because it wasn't. I've broken a lot of walls. That wasn't the only story I've broken a hole in. I tried to actually convince my mom, because I was like, what about when I broke a hole in Christian's house? And she goes, what did you do? I forgot I didn't tell her that. So that was fun to tell her another story of why I broke a hole in the wall. And I also broke a hole in the wall in my aunt's house, which I don't know if anyone knows about that. They were starting the house, like they were still building the house. It was still, the walls were getting made, and I already broke it. So I didn't even give them time to create the house before I started breaking it. So that's nice. Well, everything went well. I put glue in the leg, fit well, I think. Yeah, it worked pretty well. Wasn't a great job. It was an okay job. I fixed the wall. I just got to paint over it, and we're all good. So that was the hole in the wall. Now, moving on. I want to bring this up because this has become a huge thing in social media. Everyone's probably heard of it, Area 51. Everyone's thinking of rushing it for some reason. And I don't think people understand. Area 51 is a military base. They think if they get enough people to go and rush the military, basically, you're going to get through. First of all, let me tell you what's going to happen. First of all, it's going to be a killing spree. They're going to shoot people. Well, actually, let me tell you first. So it says that there's over, let's say 1 million, I think it was, 1 million at least people who are going to go rush. Okay? Let's be honest. It's going to be, if we're lucky, over 100, maybe 1,000. Maybe if something goes crazy, some trend happens. It's like this is how I think of it. Social media, someone brings it up, no one's going to pay attention. But if a certain amount of people pay attention to it, more people are going to come. It's like a chain effect. When enough people follow the page, more people are going to follow, and that's why it became known. Now, that's the same as if people get there. That's a whole different level. If enough people go there, people are going to think it's worth it. If only let's say four people are going to go, no one else is going to go because it's not worth it. But if you see, let's say, 30,000 people are going, that's going to make more people come. So that's the only way you're going to get over 1,000. I think. I could be wrong. I really hope there's going to be more. Because when they kill them, it's going to be a lot easier to park my car. And that's not a joke. I want to park my car, and there's always people. Let me tell you. The worst thing is when you cannot find parking in class. When you go to college and you don't want to be there. But they're not even making it easy. Like, I don't even want to be in the class, let alone trying to park. I can't even park my car. I don't even want to be here. Like, they're making it, it's like being at the DMV. You don't want to be at the DMV, but they're also making it hard for you to be at the DMV. DMV is the worst place to be there, I swear. But, like, the worst thing is when you finally look, oh, I found a parking, and it's that one small car in between two huge cars. Oh, my God, you just want to break that car. Gee, that's something when a motorcycle helps, because I see like 2 or 3 motorcycles just parked together, and I'm like, that is so cool. That's convenient too, not just cool. That's convenient. It's just, oh jeez, it's annoying. Sorry, where are we? Oh yeah, so Area 51. Yeah, people are gonna die, hopefully. So yeah. Besides them getting doing that, what's gonna happen is first, yeah, they're gonna. Okay, first of all, realistically, no one's going to rush. What's going to happen is they're going to walk there because I found out they are meeting at the Area 51 cafe or something like that. they're not taking this seriously. They're going to have the cafe, and they're going to eat, have fun, get drunk, do that, and they're going to get there, and then they're going to be like, this looks cool. Okay, let's rush it. And the guy goes, no, let's not rush it. And then he's like, okay, we're not going to rush. They're not going to do anything. But there are always those people who are crazy. It's the crazy people that you want to rely on. Those are the people who are actually going to get through and do something. So those are the people who might actually die, okay, if they don't protect this correctly. Besides that, most people are not going to do it. But again, it's a chain effect. If it depends how many crazy people there are. If there's one or two, oh, they're going to get rid of them. Everything's over. If there is enough crazy people, then there might be a chain effect where it's like, well, they're already in the front. Let's just keep going. And that's I think is the only way, is if you have enough crazy people. So my strategy is find as many crazy people as you can and convince them to go. That's the best thing. Now, number two, another thing I want to talk about is the fact that what are you going to find? Area 51 is on a desert. You know how vast it is? How everything's hidden? If you're telling them we're going to come and rush on this day, they're going to hide everything under the blanket. They're going to like protect everything. They're going to hide all the aliens, everything like that. Everything's going to... You're going to talk to a guy and the guy goes, oh, sorry, no, not here. I think who you're looking for is over there. All of a sudden, their disguise goes away and they're holograms and it's an alien itself. But what's the strategy? The best thing to do is if you rush them now. I'm just saying, go tomorrow, go the next day, go before the planned day. It won't work though. You can't get enough people, random people, like a million people, let's say thousands of people, over social media without other people knowing about it. You can't have the whole media know about it, but not the military. Military's going to know about it. They're going to hide everything. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work. So, besides people are getting picked off, and people are not going to find it, like, what are you hoping to see? Like, you need a planned attack. It's kind of like the military itself. When they go to attack something, they're not just going to rush. First of all, they're not going to tell people when they rush, and two, they're going to know exactly where to go. They have a map, and they know where to go. They're going to go to the exact specific location. This is not going to work, but it's going to be fun to watch. I would love to see it. Like, imagine just having like a seat, like let's say up in the hill, which I think the desert, I think in Area 51, I think it's like flat, but if it's like mountainous, and I can just go on a high mountain and just see people run and... Oh my god, that'd be awesome. I hope they record it. They're probably going to record it. It's going to be awesome. Now, there's a lot of conspiracy theories, and one of them is Area 51 about the aliens. Now, I don't know if they're hiding aliens. I don't know about anything like that. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's like where, I don't know. I really don't know too much about Area 51, so I'm not going to get into that. But what I am going to get into is the other theories I have prepared here for this podcast. Now, first one is fake moon landing. People talk about fake moon landing and how one of the things that they talk about is how the stars are not showing. Now, I'm not going to give my opinion. I don't know if the moon landing is fake or real. I can't see anything like that. Even like flat earth kind of thing, I believe in like a round earth. I don't believe in flat, but I don't this is what I think in anything. Opinions, conspiracy, my motto, and sometimes I don't follow it, but I try to always listen to everyone. There could be someone who goes, I think the earth is flat, or I think the earth is a pyramid. Just hear them out first. That's what I think. Hear them out before you just shut them down. I think you should just always hear everyone out, because there might be one person might actually convince you, and maybe they're right. You never know. Well, fake moon landing, so one of the things is the stars. They say that you can't see the stars. Where are the stars? You're in outer space, you need to see the stars. Now, other people, to defend that, they say that you can't see the stars because of the lighting. When they shot the lighting so that you could see them, it kind of took out the stars. I don't know. It's pretty, I don't know. It could have been fake. Because here's another theory. Here's another reason to support. And it really started to convince me. What have we been doing space-wise? Why haven't we gone to other places? We've gone to the moon. When was that? Like, here, let me search it up really quick. $1959. You know what happened in 1959 compared to now? Look at the technology we have in 1959 and look at it now. Like, we've developed so much more. Why haven't we gone so much farther? We've made a rocket ship to go into space. I think of our evolution as like exponential. Once we start adding stuff, it's kind of like money. Oh, I'm making like, let's say $10 an hour right now. If it's exponential in a few years, you're not making the double and double the time. You're making like 5 times more in double the time, and then after that it's 25 times more. It just, you keep actually increasing the rate in an exponential form. And like, if you look at it that way, why haven't we done other things? Now there was talks about Mars and stuff. Yeah, but I feel like we should have been able to get out of the galaxy by now. That's just my thought. I'm not in NASA. They haven't called back yet. I sent them a good resume, but they haven't called back. But that's besides the point. Why aren't they doing anything else? Why haven't I gotten out of the galaxy? Like, at this point, we should be able to just go on the moon. 1959. That is, give me a second, 60, 70, 80, 90, 09. I lost track. Wait, give me a second. 69, 79, 89, 99, 09. That is 60 years. 60 years. Like, I think at this point we should be able to find a more efficient way to get people to the moon. Like, I think there should be a way to get people on the moon for fun. Now, I know it takes a lot of gas and stuff, but like, we didn't figure it out by now. 1959. That is taking a rocket ship there to a man to space where we had not gone before. Taking them and having him walk with the suits that we made in 1959. You're telling me that now that we've gone onto the moon, because that was the first time, now that they felt everything and they know how it is and they've gone there, I think they should have been better. So that is the only reason why I start to believe it. I don't believe it fully, but that starts to convince me. So I'm just saying. Now, another one is the pyramids. That is another theory. People always talk about what the point of the pyramids are, who made it. Now, there is a theory about the pyramids, and one of the theories that I heard from a friend was actually Danny. So if he ever comes on the podcast, he can tell me that. He'll probably say it in better detail. But basically, pyramids, like, he says that the aliens created pyramids. Now, it sounds crazy, and it is, but back in the day, they said that Egyptians, I hope it's Egyptians because I'm gonna sound stupid. I think it's Egyptians, and aliens were very close. Like, they were like pen pals. Like, they just hung out and they would make pyramids. And he says that they made pyramids perfectly. Like, why would it be perfect? They said that I forgot the exact reason, but back in the day, Egyptians were so much smarter than us. We were so much more evolved. Did you see like how Egyptians, like, they create all these things, and then you look at Rome. Rome created this huge empire. Where are we now? Yeah, technology, but like, people believe we went down evolution-wise because of all the wars, because of all this, and I think there was more reasons, but I forgot. Besides war, I think there was more reasons, but it's like, I think, like, when people believe we should be way more evolved than we are now, like, way more evolved, and like, if they say, if you compare it to Egyptians, like, when we created these advanced math and advanced like science, like, if you like, I know it's hard to believe it because like technology, but if you really just take technology out of the way, because we started technology when like a few centuries, not even, maybe like less than 2 centuries or something. Like, besides that and the Industrial Revolution, like, we haven't really done much. Like, Industrial Revolution, I feel like if you compare it to like the Roman Empire is a lot more advanced, in my opinion. I mean, it's all about efficiency there, but like Rome is all about, like, they had scholars, they had like all these different like beliefs, and it was just a lot more, I feel like, developed. I could be wrong. I don't know anything. I'm just talking out of my ass. But that's all I'm saying. And they say with the Egyptians that what they did was, I think it was either the aliens or it was the Egyptians. I forgot who made it, but one of them made it in perfect form. Why was it so perfect? And they believe it's because they were more evolved and they knew exactly better techniques to make these pyramids. And you know, like another thing is like, you know how expensive pyramids are? Pyramids are so expensive. Like the material they were using and the size, the amount of effort. Why would they make those? Like, you know, some people say, oh, maybe it's for the gods, a religious thing, but like I feel like there's got to be way more into that. Like the amount that they use and how it's still up with like. So I'm gonna speed it up. So basically, I'm gonna get to the point. Basically, people believe that the reason for the pyramids is an energy source. They take it from the ground. They say that it kind of takes it from the ground and it uses it in a very efficient way. I'm not sure exactly how, but if you get all the pyramids together, you can get the Earth's energy together, and that helped power. That's where they got all their energy source and their power. And they say that the energy that we're using now is so not efficient compared to what they were using. They were using, like, they were getting energy in a way more efficient way. Because as you can see, you know, from the sun, we use solar power or we use water. It's nothing. We're getting barely any of the energy that the sun is providing us. We're not doing that efficiently. It's kind of like scooping with our hands, like scooping with our scooping water out of our hands. I think there's water coming out and it's not efficient. So that's the theory. Now I'm gonna move on to the aliens itself. So some people believe in aliens, some people don't believe in aliens. Now here's what I think. I believe in there is aliens. Okay, like you're telling me you have this entire universe and infinite, and it just keeps increasing. And we're like, if you look at the comparison between Earth and the universe, like it's huge. We're nothing. We're nothing. And so the fact that we're the only life is just crazy to say. So, but I believe though the aliens are not what we like think they look. We always make them look human form where they have legs and arms. I don't think so. I think there are aliens that are like the smallest organisms ever, and there are ones that are maybe bigger, maybe, and I'd be scared to see those. But maybe they're in a matter that we can't even comprehend. Maybe they're in such a form that we can't even comprehend how they look. Like kind of like 4D. We know what 2D is and how it's, you know, like how it just looks like a picture. If you really look at 2D and compare it to 3D, we know what 3D is because we see it. But if you really think someone who lives in 2D dimension and they like had to picture what three-dimensional look like, I feel like it would be impossible for them. They can't know it without actually seeing it. And I think that's the same with four-dimensional, which some people believe is with time and space. Other people believe that it's transparency in between. Some people say it's the density. Well, I don't know. I really am not sure. But people say maybe the aliens, I think maybe the aliens are in such of a matter that we can't even comprehend. Maybe they're in water. Maybe they're invisible. And I think that the aliens that are way more like advanced than us, we can't even see because maybe they didn't want us to see them. You know, maybe because people say, oh, aliens came over here. If aliens were able to come here and we weren't able to go to the aliens yet, that just shows how much more advanced they are. And if they're more advanced, maybe it is a smarter tactic for them to not let us see them. Maybe it'll start some wars. Maybe they might know already. They might know way more about us than we think. And so maybe they're in a matter of transparency. Maybe they can't let us see them. There's so many matters, but I think that they exist. Thinking that they don't exist I think is just crazy. Sorry, talk about aliens a lot. Now, I just want one more about the universe. So I want to talk about the universe as a whole. Now, what people think the universe is. Now, there was this theory that I thought, it probably is already a theory, to be honest, but I just thought of this. It probably was already created, but I'm not sure where it is, so I just thought of it. There's a theory about the universe being an atom. So I thought of this, and I thought maybe the universe is kind of inside of another universe, and it's just infinite. When they say infinite, it's just like it keeps increasing, and it increases inside of itself. So like every single atom that exists in the universe is actually another universe, and it's kind of just keeps going inside of each other, and in that universe, inside that universe, and we're inside of another universe. We're all just, our whole universe is just an atom inside another universe, and it's crazy to think, but I believe that size is irrelevant. We think of size like physically, like we think of time. Time does not exist, and maybe time doesn't. I mean, maybe size doesn't exist either, and that there's just an infinite. When we think infinite, we're like, whoa, when does it stop? You try to compare it, you can't, because it's infinite. There is no definite size, and so I think like size is just like time, where it's man-made, created. Now, yeah, we can see size, we can't really see time, but I still think that it might actually be just a creation, and if you really look outside, maybe there isn't a size. Sorry, I think a lot. No, I'm kidding. I don't think. So that's another theory. That was a theory. Um, what other theories were there? I mean, there's a theory of, God created the universe. There's one with the Big Bang. Those are like the really famous ones. Uh, there is, I think, one with the wormhole. Something with the wormhole, and how like basically a black hole is kind of like the wormhole into another dimension. How there's another dimension, stuff like that. And there is a theory. I don't know too much about it, but I think it's like the infinite universe theory, where everything you do, there's another version, a different version, an imperfect. It's almost perfect, but it's imperfect version of you in another universe. So there's always something. There's like infinite. And again, the size count is irrelevant. There are literally an infinite number of universes of everything you've done, everything you look like, everything this, but in a different version, kind of thing. It's weird to think about. It's like, maybe there's a universe where you died. Maybe there's a universe where you're famous. There's a universe where you're successful, and there's a universe where you're unsuccessful, which is probably this one. And there's just a lot. Like, it's just, I'm getting overwhelmed. Now, one more conspiracy theory. Not really a conspiracy, but it's kind of what people are scared of. Robots. AI, artificial intelligence. Now, people are starting to get worried of AI. Now, the first version is jobs. People are scared about how they're taking away jobs, and I believe that is a scary thing. I feel like our not universe, it's not that deep, okay? It's not universe, just Earth, and I think we're going into a more skill-based world, where you need more skills to survive in this world, rather than just hands-on, because AI is taking all the hands-on. The problem is, the more it evolves and gets better, the more it's going to take the skilled jobs. It's like the more skilled you are, the safer you are right now. Like an AI taking, like a robot being able to lift a bunch of boxes versus doing brain surgery. That's going to take a lot longer of a time. So if you're a brain surgeon, you're a lot safer than if you work at a hardware store, kind of thing. So that's the fear. And the fear is for people who are working those minimum wage jobs, who are trying to live. If the robots are taking their jobs, where are they going to work? And that is a problem. And I think that we are starting to force people to start getting into more skilled trade, because when you're more skilled, you can actually start doing more. But like, when does it stop? I feel like you're going to have to be getting your PhD in like a few hundred years in order to just survive and make a living. And I think that's crazy. Now, another thing people are worried about is the actual I think it's AGI, which is artificial general intelligence, which is the actual robots that are physical people, stuff like that. People are worried that it might actually like physically hurt you, that they might actually come like go against us and start hurting us, and they might take over they take over and like enslave or kill the human race. Now, I don't know too much about robots, but I do know a little bit about coding, because I'm a computer science major. I'm working to be a software engineer, which is coding the actual working with artificial intelligence within the software. And from what I know about coding, is that literally robots just follow code. It's kind of like me. I'm kind of like the doctor of a program. I have created my own brain. Okay, so it's kind of like they make Frankenstein. and you just made a living monster, and the monster goes against you. Now it's not really as direct as, like, making Frankenstein is not as direct because it's a brain. It's not like code, but code is more direct. Now, when I tell a robot do this, this, and this, they are going to do this, this, and this. If there's something wrong, there's something wrong with the program. Now, the chances of you accidentally making screwing up the program to the point where it's going against you is very little. Now, I think the problem is not accidentally having the robot turn against you. It's getting hacked and having other people. So the problem is not the robot. Now, they are not the actual threat. They are the people. The bad people who might be hacking are the actual threat because they're using them. So the AI are just very strong weapons. They're not the actual enemies. They're just the weapons that the enemies are using. So that's actually something I'm worried about. It's kind of like using a gun. A gun's not going to hurt anyone. It's the fact that someone else might pick up that gun and kill them. That's the scary part. And people are worried that if you're able to hack like something like currently now, like self-driving cars. People are worried, what if self-driving cars do this or self-driving cars do that? But then, like, people are worried that self-driving cars might glitch. But if you think about it, how perfect are we at driving? We're not that good. Like, we mess up, we have car accidents. The chances of a self-driving car, which has been completely looked over and worked on, versus you, which a lot of times people text and drive, or they, some people are drinking and driving, not a lot, but that is also a problem. When people are doing that, now not even if you're texting, driving, or drinking and driving, it's the other people around you. Now, that is something that people are worried about. Now, you have that awareness to kind of move right out the way if something bad happened or stop. Maybe the robot might not have it. I don't know too much about self-driving cars. I want to get into it more, but I don't know how it works that way, and how, if there is some emergency where the environment is actually dangerous and not the car itself. I don't know about that too much. What was I talking about? Oh no, I forgot. Oh, self-driving cars. Another problem that people might actually worry about is kind of like, it's not the robot accidentally turning against you, it's it getting hacked. Someone actually hacking the actual, the program itself, the mainframe, and controlling it to hurt people. Now, I don't know if anyone's watched Fast and Furious. I think it was the Fate of the Furious, the 8th one, and they actually hacked a bunch of these cars and all the smart cars. For some reason in the movie, every car was a smart car. Not mine. Mine doesn't even. Let me just say about my car. My car doesn't even have the lock and unlock button. I have to put the key in and screw it. It's broken and I don't want to fix it, but still, I'm just saying. All these people in the movie, they have smart cars. I'm like, okay, where do you get the money for that? Sorry. So, that is a danger. That's it. That's all I have to say. So now, we're moving to Halloween. I am so excited for Halloween. Now, I know it's only August, and people are like, why are you talking about Halloween? My friend, even my friend, my girlfriend, she'd be like, why are you talking about Halloween? She loves it, but she just thinks it's crazy. I actually started liking Halloween. I was excited about it since beginning of July. I don't know why. October is just my favorite because it's like harvest, and it's like the decorations and the theme of it, and my birthday is that month, and it's just, I love it. And the leaves change color. I think I'm a white girl. That's what my girlfriend said. She says I'm a white girl, and I don't disagree, because now I'm thinking about it. If I go to Starbucks, which I don't go a lot, I'm just saying, but if I do, I'll be like, oh, can I get a vanilla grande frappuccino with a shot of espresso, no cream on the top? And she'd be like, what the fuck? You have requirements? You have changes to your drinks? And then I'll be like, no, but it's just sometimes when I don't get my coffee. Oh, now I hear it. When I don't get my coffee, this happens. So that's not good. That's not good at all. But it'd be like that sometimes. Sometimes you just want your Starbucks, and you and the other girls just hang out for the night, in your Ugg boots and your soft jacket. What am I talking about? Sorry. So, I don't want to talk too much about Halloween, because maybe I'll probably talk more about Halloween. I don't want to ruin that topic until later, until when it gets closer to Halloween. We can talk about. I want to talk about movies. I want to talk about decoration. I want to talk about this. I am so gay. Oh my god. Okay. Well, what I do want to talk about is candy corn really quick. Candy corn. Jeez, that is so hated by people. Candy corn. Now listen, I'm gonna give my opinion. Candy corn is not the best. Like people go, oh, if you compare it to Snickers or if you compare it to, but you can't. Candy corn is like the classic. You're not really eating it for the actual taste. You're not like, oh, I'm gonna get a candy. It's more like the color of it is Halloween. The what it actually is like if you think of Halloween, you think pumpkins, candy corn, ghosts. Like you think those stuff. You're not gonna think Snickers and that even though you get those in Halloween, you don't. You get it for the appeal. You get it for the how it looks and how it's the theme and that's all it is. It's just the looks and the thing. I can't think of anything else. Basically, candy corn's kind of cool. I like the taste is not too bad. I can eat like 3 or 4. I mean, I eat a lot of things I'm disappointed in, but that's not the point. What I'm saying is candy corn's not that bad. I think it shouldn't be hated. Neither is pineapple pizza, but I'm just saying. Sorry, I'm just saying. It's not that bad. That's really all I gotta say about candy corn. You guys need to calm down about that stuff because it's not the best. It really isn't the best, but it's not the worst. I just realized I haven't eaten candy corn in a while. I don't think it is good. Now I'm thinking about it. Never mind. Wait, I don't remember. Okay, if I get candy corn soon, I will let you guys know. Maybe I'll eat the candy corn in the podcast. That'd be kind of cool, and I can try it. I'm probably gonna change my opinion and think it's a piece of shit, but that's okay. I change my topics a lot, which I don't know if you guys have noticed yet. I will change a lot of times. So sometimes I will talk about something. Let's just say I'm talking about why I like the color red, and I'll instantly find out at the end of my rant that I like blue. It happens. Just stay with me. Now I do want to talk about one more thing I want to bring up, and that is a candy bracket. Now I found this right here, and it's this Halloween kind of thing, and it's kind of like a bracket for candy. Now it's divided into chocolate, it's sweet, others, and sour. Now I want to try to see what is my actual favorite. Now I'm not sure what's in here. So we have in the chocolate category M&Ms. That's good. Snickers. That's also good. Reese's Cups, Tootsie Rolls. Now if we get into the sweet, Skittles, Starburst, candy corn, hot tamales. Now, sour, Sour Patch Kids, Lemon Heads, Warheads, and Sour Punch Straws. Oh, I remember that. Okay, and the others, caramels, Bit-O Honey, candy apples, payday bars. Alright, so let's start with the chocolate. Now, I don't have anyone with me. Usually, if I do a bracket, I'm planning on doing a lot of brackets in this podcast. Hopefully, you guys like that, but I want to do it with other people. This will be kind of a simple, fast bracket that I'm just going to do by myself. Maybe I'll redo this bracket or do probably a similar one with someone else, but I'm just going to see which one I like the most. Now we'll do the chocolate category. M&M's versus Snickers. Snickers. I mean, I'm going to have to pick. M&M's are good. They are actually wait. No, give me a second. Okay, I gotta think about this. So, Snickers, amazing. It's like a bar, and it has chocolate, and it is caramel inside of it. It's good. It's really good. Like you just eat it. But something with M&M's, it's just chocolate, yes, and it's good chocolate. But you can just pick it up and eat it. You can have a bowl of it for everyone. You can't really have Snickers like that. You can just eat one by one. You can have a handful, which I've done, and you can share it with friends, which I haven't done. But like, you can just do so much with M&Ms. Snickers, you can't really. Actually, no, wait. You can freeze Snickers. You can have the Snickers ice cream. You can actually, you can do a lot with Snickers. Ooh, yeah, you can. Oh. Man, give me a second. I got this. M&M's versus Snickers. This is gonna be. Why did I do this to myself? Okay. M&M's. That tastes so good. M&M's. I'm sorry. I'm trying to visualize this right now. Snickers. No, I'm choosing Snickers. It's just the rambunctious taste. That's not a word, I think. I'm not sure. Snickers. Okay. Reese's Cups or Tootsie Roll. Now let me just tell you, that is out of the park. Reese's Cups by far. Tootsie Rolls is a piece of shit. Okay, let me tell you, it's just, what is it? What is it? Chocolate? No, I don't know what it is. Like, it doesn't taste like chocolate. It just tastes like gross. It tastes disgusting. I don't know what it is. Like, Tootsie Roll. Okay, let's roll on out of here. That was bad. But let's, I don't know what to say. It just sucks. Gross. Tootsie Roll my ass. Reese's Cups, not the best, but they're pretty good. Like, the only thing I don't like is that it's just a lot of peanut butter. That is a lot of peanut butter. It's good to eat one. I don't know if I'd want to eat more than one, especially not over two. It's just a lot. It's good, but it's just a lot of peanut butter. Now, we're going on to the sweet. Now, for the sweet category, we got the first two, Skittles and Starbursts. Ooh, these are both good. Now, let me just tell you really quick. So many people I've heard hate, like, the purple Skittles. What? Excuse me? You hate the purple? What? No. Let me just tell you my ranking, okay? People are probably going to disagree. Skittles, by far. I know this. Purple Skittle, by far. Purple Skittle. Red Skittle. Green Skittle. Yellow Skittle. Orange Skittle. Orange just sucks. But purple is the best, okay? If you don't, oh my god, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong. And you can text me that there's something wrong and I will comfort you, okay? Because there's obviously something wrong with you mentally and I will help you. It's okay. If you don't like purple, I will help you. It's all right. It's all right. Now, Starburst. I just want to say again, favorite one, I don't think they have grape. No, they don't. I'm pretty sure. It's red, pink. I forgot what the other ones were. Red, pink, yellow, and then orange. I don't know what the last one was. Oh man, I forgot. Whatever. So if I had to choose between that and Skittles, I'm choosing Skittles. I'm sorry, it's close, but I love Skittles. It's just Skittles are good. Now, I'm just saying they don't beat M&Ms. I always hear people saying Skittles versus M&Ms. M&Ms by far, but Skittles are amazing too. Okay. Now we got candy corn versus hot tamales. Candy corn, yes. Hot tamale is good, but they're hot. Like you can only eat like a few. After that, it just gets hot and just is boring. Like you don't want that. What are you doing? You don't want all that. So, that's it. I mean, I really don't know what else to say. Candy corn, I already told you everything about it, but hot tamale, it's just hot candy. What are you gonna do? Hot candy. I'm like, okay, candy corn. Now we're on the sour category. We got Sour Patch Kids and Lemon Heads. Sour Patch Kids by far. It's not even close. What the heck is that? Lemon Heads, I've eaten like once. They're not good. They're not good. Sour Patch, oh my god, amazing. Sour Patch Kids is absolutely amazing. Jeez, it's sour, but not too sour. And just, the flavors are just amazing. Blue, oh my god. Eat me. Now we got Warheads versus Sour Punch Straws. I'm picking Sour Punch Straws by far. Warheads, oh my god, you eat one and you're dead. You gotta call off sick. You're like, I can't come into work today. Like, it destroys you. One time I had this, I don't know, I'm stupid at the time. I had 6 Warheads at once. I put them all in my mouth. My tongue hurt for over 2 days. Worst thing ever. Sour Punch Straws, oh my god, they're amazing. Like, they just taste absolutely amazing. They're sour, but not too sour. They're also a little sweet, I would say. They're just great. They're absolutely amazing. Love them. Now we're on the other category. We got caramel, which it just says caramel. So I think that's just anything caramel versus Bit-O-Honey. What the fuck is Bit-O-Honey? We're doing caramel. Bit-O-Honey. Okay. I love caramel. Now we got candy apple versus Payday bars. Candy apple by far. I mean, I love candy apple. It's the best. It's one of my favorite. And you're eating an apple, so I'm like, I can trick myself into thinking what I'm eating is healthy. It's not. I get it. Stop reminding me. But it's good. Like, it's good. I'm gonna hurry this up. I'm sorry. So yeah, candy apples is good. Payday bars, I think I've had a few times. They're really good. They really are, but It's not a candy apple. Okay, now we got Snickers versus Reese's Cups. Snickers. I told you, Reese's Puffs is just too much peanut butter. Snickers, oh my god, don't get me started. It's good. It's really good. You got the nuts, and you got the chocolate. You got the, what is that thing underneath? So you got the chocolate, you got the nuts, and then you got something in between. I don't know what that thing is. It's good, but I don't know what it is. I have no idea. Let me search it up really quick. What's inside of a Snickers? Let's see. Is a brand name made by the American company Mars. Yeah, it has the same thing Mars has. It's a nougat. Oh, what's a nougat? What the heck? Well, it has that nougat, and it's really good because of that nougat. So we got Snickers. That is actually, Snickers is now winner of the chocolate category. Now we're going to go over to the sweet category. We are at Skittles versus candy corn. Skittles, I mean, come on, candy corn's cool, whatever, but Skittles is destroying candy corn. I'm sorry. And actually, I'm not sorry. Everyone's going to agree with me. I don't think anyone likes candy corn more than Skittles. And if you are, talk to me. You need help. It's okay. I'll help you. Now, we're on the sour category. We got Sour Patch Kids versus Sour Punch Straws. Those are both good. Sour Patch Kids, I'm sorry. I mean, they have better flavors. I mean, they're really close. But I mean, it's Sour Patch Kid. It's you gotta, they're kids. You're gonna eat the kids. That sounds weird. I'm not gonna eat kids. That sounds very weird. You gonna eat kids. Sorry. Yeah, Sour Patch Kids. Now we're on the other category. We got caramel versus candy apple. Candy apple. I mean, it has caramel in it, but with an apple and some nuts. A lot of nuts. I sound very gay in this podcast. Jesus Christ. Oh, no. I'll work on it. Okay. We got candy apple. So now we got chocolate versus the other category. So now it's Snickers versus candy apple. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one because Snickers, you got the nougat, you got the nuts, you got the caramel, and it's all wrapped in chocolate. And you can even have an ice cream version. While candy apple, it's on a stick. You got the apple. It's covered in chocolate. I mean, not chocolate, covered in caramel and then nuts. They both have nuts. One is caramel, one is chocolate. Oh no, one is caramel and chocolate. One is an apple, and one is chocolate. That's what I'm gonna say. One is. If I had to see one, if I had to look at a candy apple, and I had to look at a Snickers, I'm getting the candy apple. I mean, it's just there's Snickers everywhere, but you don't always see a caramel apple. I would say, I'm choosing caramel apple, but I'm just saying if the apple tastes terrible, it's over. The whole thing's gross. But I'm assuming it's a fresh apple, it's candy apple. Now we got. What the heck? Wait, there's candy apple in both of these? Oh, no. Oh, sorry. No, candy. Not candy corn. Where are we at? Oh, we're at Skittles. Skittles versus Sour Patch Kids. Sour Patch Kids by far. I mean, Skittles are okay. They're pretty good. I will even say they're pretty good. But they're not. They're not Sour Patch Kids. Sour Patch Kids is just so much better. Now we got candy apple versus Sour Patch Kids. Ooh. Oh man. Honestly, now I'm thinking about it. I like Snickers, candy apples, and Sour Patch. I don't know. I don't know if I thought of this enough. Snickers versus candy apple. Ooh, this is a good one. Candy apple versus. Oh man, this is a hard one. You know what? No, I'm doing candy apple. Okay, I'm sticking with that. And against Sour Patch Kids, I'm picking candy apple. I mean, when do you see a candy apple? Like, rarely. And when you see it, you're gonna get excited. You're gonna want a candy apple. I mean, it's an apple covered in caramel with nuts on top. Like, you always see a Sour Patch Kids. It's there a lot, But at least you ate an apple. Well, I don't know why I like the apple, but there's something about the apple. It makes you feel like you ate something. Yeah.